Hey guys, it's Britt. Today I'm here to share a couple of quick thoughts regarding a deleted video that Alicia had put up and then quickly taken it down. I can only imagine it's because she received a whole lot of backlash, but if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so this is going to be a very long video at all, but I want to talk about the video that Alicia allegedly put up a video, and I didn't see it with my own eyes, but a lot of people have said the same thing. So I don't think that all of these people are lying. It would be meaningless and useless, and it does seem like something right on the nose with Alicia. But she essentially wanted to refer to the kinship kids and say that she provided them with a year of stability. Now, stability to me is much more complicated than just having a roof over your head and food to eat. Stability, and I understand with this situation, I've heard some people kind of come out with the takeaway of Alicia is the less of two evils. But that also doesn't mean that she should be praised, and that's where I stand. I understand that you can have two situations that aren't ideal, and one is a little bit better than the other, so people are going to choose sides. I still think that it can be talked about. I don't think that it should just be like, oh, well, it's the lesser of two evils, so let's go ahead and throw a parade and give this person all of the awards for being the lesser of two evils. That's just not the way that I operate. When the kinship situation happened and Alicia wanted to say, oh, well, we consider not taking these kids because it would negatively impact our social media presence and content making. But we went ahead and did it out of the kindness of our hearts.
So, how did we end up with two extra kids? I think about a month ago, a little more. A childhood friend that I grew up with, her kids were needing to go into foster care. And could we take them instead of them going into foster care? And we weighed the pros and cons, and it's a big decision to add two more kids to your family when you already have 10 kids. And we talked about it as a family. We went over, we debated, deliberated on it for a long time, to the point where the kids did go into foster care and they were miserable. So we talked about it again. Is this something we can do? Can we handle two more kids? And the only reason that the main reason that we were saying no was because it would most likely negatively impact social media. And it has. But we finally decided, that's stupid. That's a stupid reason to say no. How is that fair to these kids? The whole reason we got into social media influencing, not even 2 years ago, was to spread the word about the need for more foster homes and the need for more adoptive homes for kids in foster care. So who are we to sit there and talk the talk and not walk the walk? All because of we're social media influencers now, and we knew that it would have an impact on that. At the end of the day, social media is not our life. We love it. Social media is our hobby, and we enjoy it immensely. We love all of you, our supporters. We love you dearly. You are family to us. But we also are not naive. We know that one day you can be a social media influencer and the next day you're fizzled up, you're gone. That's it. So social media is never ever how we pay our bills. We pay our bills from our jobs, and any money we make from social media is just extra. It's fun money. It's splurge money. It's the kids are spoiled money.
For me, I think that Alicia saw this as a way to make new content and add to what she had already been doing. Because now, instead of having 10 kids, she had 12. And these two new kids had a complicated backstory, and she was going to be the one who saved them. We adopted these kids were from foster, and this is our story. We've seen she's done the This Is Us story about 79 times on her TikTok. And I think that bringing in the kinship kids gave her a new thing to talk about, a new idea to make videos around, because not only was she growing her family, but she was also taking two kids that really needed to be saved. They really needed to be in the Dougherty home, and she was helping a friend. I mean, we've seen the way that she has talked about the bio mom, and she has thrown shade and been very questionable a lot of times. You know, telling YouTube that you're that Biomom sold the girls a gaming console. That happened very early on. So don't try to tell me that Alicia Dougherty doesn't try to put herself up on a little pedestal anytime she can. But she was going to come in and give these kids the best birthdays and buy them all of the presents. And they were just being saved by the Doughertys, because that's what the Doughertys do. They take the quote tough kids, as she has said before. When I think of stability, I don't think of just buying the kids stuff. This is very similar to how I feel about giving your kids a good childhood. So I'm not going to rant too long about this. But when it comes to offering stability, I also look at that as being combined with protection and lessons and core values. Like, you're teaching the kids how to be productive members of society and showing them that love doesn't necessarily always come from something materialistic. And you're teaching them how to cook meals and how to do their own laundry and how to clean their own rooms. That is stability to me. And that is also what makes up a good childhood. Just bringing them in and, you know, getting them involved in sports, which I do think is actually a good thing to have the kids involved in sports if that's what they want to do. But it's so much more complicated than that. In my opinion, I don't think that Alicia did this out of the kindness of her heart. I think that she looked at this as a way to make new content. And at that point in time, her social media was starting to, you know, really take off. And what better way than to tell everybody on TikTok that we saved these two kids that needed to be saved. And here they are, and they're going to be a part of our content. And we're going to let the girl dress in midriffs and make very questionable TikToks on her own social media. And we're going to go ahead and give the boy Nike tech suits and a bunch of Jordans and hope that they both keep their mouths shut and participate in our fake family fun wagon. So stability, meh, I totally disagree. I think that she probably just wasn't in the mood to hear the heat about it, but hey, I'm here to talk about it anyway. You can delete stuff. That doesn't mean that it didn't happen. And I think that the entire thing is just a facade. I think that it is Alicia Dougherty's circus, and she is here to figure out any way that she can make content. And I don't think that she has offered these kids stability. I think that she has offered them the bottom tier of what is expected when you have kids in your home, and that is to feed, clothe, and house them. And you know, she's also been being paid from the state to go ahead and do this. So let's not act like you're doing something out of the kindness of your heart when you're making a lot of money by doing it. Would you do it if you weren't able to exploit them online and if the state wasn't paying you? That's the real question. Hey guys, I wanted to interrupt here. I actually know the answer to that question, because Alicia said herself that if she wasn't able to include the kinship kids in their content, that they would have to go to different houses. So the answer is no. So I want to know how you guys feel. What do you consider stability? What do you guys consider a good childhood? What is a fulfilling childhood to you guys? Is it doing the low tier, you know, base package of house, food, clothes? Or is it much more complicated, kind of what I was describing earlier? I'd really like to hear from you guys. So that's going to be it for now. If you liked the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.